I is a Rastafari and I. Please won't you hear me when I cry? Send down your angels just to save us from Babylon. Blessings, I'm Duane Stevenson from Augustown, Jamaica, you know what I mean? And I'm this week's guest on Snappy 7. Stay tuned. I'm actually here doing radio and TV promotions for a song called Sarah, which is a new single produced by a Kenyan slash Sweden producer, Massa Music East Africa. You know what I mean? The song was recorded, all the production was done pretty much in Jamaica at Tough Gang Studios, you know. And this is just, you know, supporting those who have been supporting the music for many years. Kenyans have always been supporting our music. And I think it's about time now we start, you know, merging and fusing talent and ownership and workmanship and just the talent and the business. So we thought that it was time, you know, I flew to Sweden for the video, and since I was already halfway there, we just decided to just come down and, you know, really get into the people that have been playing the music for so long, meaning the radio and TV personalities, which is, you know, what brought me here right now. I pretty much grew up musically in a six-member group called To ISIS for many years. As a youth, I joined that group when I was with some brethren from mine from teenage years. So when I decided now to go and pursue a solo career, the first thing that you have to create is an identity. And for me, Augustone was that identity, because I figured that, you know, there are probably hundreds of Duane Stevenson around, but there's only one from Augustone. Which is why the album was called Duane Stevenson From Augustone. For me, it was an identity. And the one thing you can truly bring to the table, which you're sure that no one else can turn up to the table with, is you. You know, your life experiences, the way how you view things, the way how people view you because of your actions and whatever. That's the one thing you can always be sure that when you take this to the table, you can't be Duane Stevenson as much as I can't be you. You know, so for me, it was an identity. And I sing about generally life situations, and you know, Augustone was definitely something that shaped me, you know, in the early days. But then, of course, relationships and love, all that is another major part of life generally. So I think sing about a broad scope of things, you know. Well, the thing that has changed most is my knowledge of the business, and so I can share this. Please educate yourself before you decide to go off singing, or else you'll die broke with a great catalog that's making millions, and you'll never see a dime. you know, I tell people that one of the major things I learned earlier when I started the music, in terms of mainstream music, that is, I was asked to write songs for people. So I was writing for Morgan Heritage, Luciano, you know, I've done stuff for Egyptian, of course, Virgin Taurus, Riley and I. And since then, you know, Jacure, especially the famous True Reflections, you know, and the first song I did, you know, I signed a contract to a company. First thing, they used my own money to purchase half share in the song. And you know, as much as I knew it was highway robbery because I read the contract for what it was worth, it was very complicated, you know, but you scratch through, because those days I couldn't really afford a lawyer. And you know, I said, well, I get a rub on the front end, but on the back end, and, you know, I get this money that I need for now. In about 3 years, I returned, I read the same contract, and the last line of the contract said, all other money owed to Duane Stevenson, payable to Duane Stevenson, will be held indefinitely in the count of XXX record label, which means I don't have a card for that account, which means I'll never get another dime. So, Regine, if you decide to be an artist, be a businessman first. I listen to from Kenny Rogers to Britney Spears as long as it's a new song, you know. In terms of reggae, of course, I've always loved Jimmy Cliff, people like John Holt, Peter Touch. You know, you can't escape the whole Bob Marley thing, but you know, I was a little bit more into the rebel side of, you know, Peter Touch more so, and of course, I listen to and learned about the life of Fela Kuti, his musicianship. Later on, of course, Lucky Dube was a great influence on me because of the greatness of his music. So I'm into music generally. I would be a refrigeration and air conditioning engineer. That's what I was studying at school. I got to the level of technician and then I ran off singing. I have, you know what? They just pass it to me. I like how it look and I ate it. That's it. But Kenya has good food, man. There's not many places in the world you can go and take chances like that. Certainly not Europe. I mean, not that I'm disrespecting Europe. I'm sure it's fascinating to some people. I just prefer stuff from Kenya. Um, well, I was just down in one of the areas earlier, and I told the guys that the major thing that we need to do as people is, it sounds corny when people say, especially artists, but educate yourself, man. Education will be the greatest empowerment you can give to yourself, because an educated man make educated decisions. An educated man can only be a puppet if he chooses to be a puppet, in which case he's not, because it would have been meticulous in whatever he was doing. So it's the greatest empowerment, educate yourself, you know what I mean, so you make better decisions. Hey Sarah, what does this truly mean? All the things that's left unsaid and all the things you said today. Hey Sarah, I know you're hearing me. It don't have to be this way. Hey Sarah. Blessings, this is Duane Stevenson from Augustown. You're still tuning into Snappy 7. Blessed love.